What's up, familia? Welcome inside the Big Rig. Hope you guys are doing good. Keeping in between the lines, got your load secure. Alright, man. Let's go ahead and let's check out a scary trucker story. I've told you guys my my scary moments, but let's go ahead and check out some of these stories, or a story from another trucker, man. Let's go ahead, let's check it out. Shout out to Mr. Nightmare. This is where it's from.
I've been a truck driver since I was 25, and I've done a lot of night drives and of course had my fair share of odd experiences. I did deliveries for a number of different types of companies. Often I'd have to drive across state to make shipments to the receiving companies or stores. One day I had to drive literally from one side of California to the other to deliver a trailer full of wooden furniture items. Much of the drive was through open desert roads. It was going to be many hours, and I already had a late start to the day, so I knew a majority of my drive would be in the dark. Given the nature of these desert roads at night, how straight they are and how little traffic there is, it meant I could push the truck a little faster than I would on other roads. This meant that when I saw the flashing rear lights of a car on the horizon, I had to hit the brakes a little extra hard to bring the truck to a stop when I finally pulled up behind the car. It was an old Chevy Impala parked on the side of the road in the desert dirt. It had its hazards on. I got out of my truck because of course I had to be a good Samaritan and check if they needed help.
Alright, we stop it real quick, man. So he's basically, that's the thing about these desert roads, man. There's not a lot of lighting and there's not a lot of traffic, Holmes. A lot of times it's just you in the dark on the road, man. So when you come across a vehicle that's parked over on the side or whatever with the lights, it's you got, man, you really got to proceed with caution. That's on the real, man. So getting out of your truck, that's man, that's risky. But let's continue.
I walked over to the car and tapped on the window, only to get no kind of response. I bent down a little to look into the car through the tinted window. There didn't seem to be anyone sitting inside. I did the same thing for all three other seats, and could confirm there wasn't anyone in the car. So I looked out into the cool, dark desert that the road ran through, though I couldn't see any further than maybe 20 yards in front of me. I was feeling especially hopeful this night for some reason, so I went back to my truck and got a flashlight from the toolbox that sat underneath the passenger seat. It was a heavy-duty tactical flashlight that was so bright it would hurt your eyes to look directly at it. As soon as I turned it on, it revealed what appeared to be an abandoned gas station on the side of the road. Apparently I hadn't noticed it before. I guess the reason I didn't realize it before was because the whole fill-up or parking area was basically dirt. There wasn't any concrete. There were also only 2 gas pumps.
See, at that point right there, I would have probably just thought that somebody got off to take a piss. I'm not sticking around, Holmes. There's nobody in the vehicle. First of all, getting off of the truck, man, I'm not even sure if I would stop. And that sucks to say, familia. That's on the real. It sucks to say, man, because somebody probably really does need help. But, man, you really got to watch it. At that point, I would probably just thought that somebody went to that area where that old gas station's at, probably behind, to go take a leak. I'd be on my way.
Behind them was a small building, probably an old quick-stop store at one point. It would make the most sense that whoever's car was over there would be in that building. I went to the front door, which was permanently jammed open, and the flashlight lit up a decent portion of the room inside. It was what I thought, a big convenience store you'd find at many gas stations, or at least it used to be. It was no wonder it didn't last on a road like this, though. I called out to let anybody know of my presence, and that I was there to help.
Alright, just real quick. That is pretty common. You go on some of these, you're out in the desert, on some of these highways, heck, even major freeways. There are some of these old convenience stores, some of these old gas stations that are shut down. They're not open anymore. You know, they closed down and the building's just still there. It's just rotting away. That is very, very common. Little old stores, liquor stores, convenience stores, gas stations that are no longer around. They're just there. It's just abandoned.
There was the slightest bit of echo in the room, which gave me chills for some reason. Then I heard something, probably a shoe, scrape against the floor on the opposite side of the room, behind a few shelves that were probably once filled with snack items and drinks. I called out once again, offering my help if it was needed. Then I heard a deep, heavy whisper saying, "Get out." I understood what was said immediately, but I didn't understand why whoever said it would say that. I was also hearing heavy breathing in one corner of the room. It was enough to make me get the hell out of there in a hurry.
That's creepy, man.
In my walk back to my truck, this is what I heard. And there had to be at least 5 seconds of confusion. I didn't know if what I was hearing was real or not, if that even makes sense. I ran to my truck and called 911 because, to be honest, I was too scared to go back in that building. They asked for an exact location and I couldn't tell them. All I could say was that I was by an abandoned gas station on some road in the desert. They asked me to stay on the line so I could describe my location better. But suddenly, the car in front of me turned on and started speeding down the desert road. I didn't even notice him get into his car. It was so dark and I was so distracted by the phone call. I ran back into the building to see if anybody was still in there, while of course keeping 911 on the line. I went to the back section where I'd heard the voice and breathing, and I was mortified to see a fresh pool of blood on the floor. I could only imagine what had happened. I explained into the phone that I believed I'd just stumbled into a crime scene. Eventually they were able to send a bunch of state troopers to the scene. They asked me for any information I could give, license plate number, what the suspect looked like, what I thought happened. All I said was it was a black Chevy Impala, early 2000s, and I heard a man tell me to get out before hearing a woman screaming as I left the building. There was no body left behind, but I had a few ideas of what might have happened. I'm sure the state police took some blood samples and whatnot, but I wasn't able to be of much more assistance. Shamefully, I did not have a dash cam at that point to get the license plate number, but literally the next week I installed the dash cam into my assigned truck. This was just one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences that will always haunt me.
Damn. That is creepy, Holmes. Hey, good work right there on having the lady scream, by the way. Yeah, you know what? You get out there, man. You're in the desert areas. There are a lot of these little small abandoned gas stations and things of that nature. It sucks, man. You know, here's the sad part about this is because there are some people that really truly do need help. You know, you're out there kind of in the middle of nowhere and you do need help. And for the most part, you know, truckers have tools. They got a couple of things with them that you could be of service, you know, you could be of help. But at the same time, Holmes, you know, you really got to watch yourself, dog, because man, there are some straight weirdos out there, man. Straight weirdos. So but yeah, man, good story right there. Creepy stuff. That trucker's probably a better person than I am, because if I came and I saw a car in front of me on the road with the hazard lights on, I'd probably slow down and probably just try to get a good look to see what's going on, if there is somebody around to help or anything of that nature. But honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm probably not stopping the truck and getting off. Childless, man. Slowing down at best. At best. I don't even know how much I'm gonna slow down, and that sucks. But hey, Holmes, you really gotta be, you know, aware of your surroundings, man. But with that, family, I'll go ahead and leave you guys with that. As always, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of your surroundings and always keep it safe. This is blood makes you live, but loyalty makes you family. Until next time, this is Head the Total Trucker. Over and out.